The sky above the human colony of Seraphis burned crimson that night. Not from its twin suns, but from the fire raining down in waves of alien ordnance. The Drakal Empire, proud rulers of 30 star systems, descended upon the colony without warning, their warships blotting out the stars. Seraphis was no fortress, no military outpost. It was a garden world, a place where families grew crops, where children chased each other in golden fields, where settlers dreamed of building a quieter corner of humanity, far from Earth's turbulent past. They had no fleets, no armies, only the protection of interstellar law, and the unspoken belief that no empire would dare attack a peaceful settlement so openly. The Drakal thought otherwise. From orbit, their commanders laughed. The humans build like vermin, breeding and spreading without teeth. Let this be a lesson to them. Their kind exists at our leisure. Their ships fired again and again, tearing apart homes, schools, and hospitals with contemptuous ease. Survivors fled toward bunkers, only to be dragged out by armored Drakal soldiers, paraded in chains and broadcast across the Empire's networks as proof of Drakal supremacy. When the human envoy arrived to protest, a lone vessel, carrying diplomats under flags of truce, the Drakal did not even grant them words. The envoy ship was destroyed on approach, its remains left drifting among the burning wreckage of Seraphis. The message was clear. Humanity was weak, and kings do not bow to the weak. Mockery of Earth in the aftermath, the Drakal celebrated. Their emperor stood tall in his gilded armor, claws clicking against the throne as he declared, "The upstart species will learn its place. They are not conquerors. They are not warriors. They are a curiosity, easily broken." Across Drakal space, broadcasts replayed footage of crying human children, of burning farmlands, of corpses beneath alien boots. Their media called it the lesson of Seraphis and mocked Earth for sending only words instead of war. In their arrogance, the Drakal believed the galaxy would see them as unchallenged kings, that other empires would fear their wrath and humanity would cower, silent and submissive, and at first, it seemed true. Earth issued no immediate retaliation. No fleet emerged from Sol. No declaration of vengeance thundered across the stars. Weeks passed, then months. The Drakal grew bolder. "Perhaps the humans have learned civility," one admiral sneered. "Perhaps they finally understand who rules the stars." They mistook silence for surrender. They mistook patience for fear. They had forgotten what Earth truly was. The silence breaks. The first sign came quietly. Human merchants vanished from Drakal ports. Trade routes once thick with Terran freighters went dark. Communications to Earth returned only static. It was as if humanity had retreated into shadow. Then the whispers began. A Drakal listening post near the border reported something vast moving through the void. Entire star systems falling silent in its path. Scout ships were dispatched. None returned. Finally, the Drakal received a transmission. Not a negotiation, not a plea. A simple message, repeated on every frequency, every channel, in a voice cold as the grave. "You buried our children. You mocked our name. Now Earth buries kings." And then came the fleets. From the darkness between stars, human dreadnoughts emerged, towering leviathans of steel and fire. Their hulls marked with no banners, no colors, only the black of mourning. They did not come with escort ships or diplomats. They came in silence, engines burning like funeral pyres. One fleet became 10. 10 became 50. Humanity had not been idle in its silence. For every day the Drakal mocked them, Earth built ships. For every insult hurled across the stars, new divisions of soldiers were armed. For every life lost on Seraphis, entire arsenals were forged. The galaxy, watching from afar, realized the truth. Earth was not ignoring the Drakal. Earth was preparing. Fury unleashed. The first Drakal world to fall was Harun, a proud jewel of their empire. Its orbital defenses had stood for centuries, repelling countless raiders and rival fleets. Yet when the human dreadnoughts arrived, they did not fight a battle. They delivered judgment. With surgical precision, Earth's ships cut through Harun's defenses, silencing orbital cannons in minutes. The planet's cities looked to the skies for aid. What they saw instead were drop pods. Tens of thousands of them, descending like a storm. Human soldiers, armored in black, emerged on the ground. They did not shout. They did not rage. They moved with cold efficiency, dismantling armies with weapons the Drakal had never imagined. Artillery strikes carved burning scars into the soil, while orbital bombardments reduced fortresses to ash. When Harun fell silent, no Drakal dared to mock humanity again, but Earth did not stop. The retaliation was not a battle. It was a campaign of annihilation. Every world that had cheered Seraphis's destruction was marked. On Naxor, human fleets blotted out the sun, raining fire until oceans boiled. On Velkar, Drakel nobles were dragged from palaces and buried beneath the ruins of their thrones. Entire armadas sent to resist humanity simply vanished, consumed in storms of railgun fire and nuclear fury. The galaxy watched in horror and awe. Never before had humanity unleashed itself so fully. It was not war. It was vengeance. Cold, unrelenting, biblical in scale. The fall of kings at last. Humanity reached the Drakel homeworld. Once a shining beacon of alien majesty, it now trembled beneath the shadow of Earth's fury. The Emperor, who had once declared humanity a curiosity, stood upon his balcony as the sky filled with black ships. His advisors begged him to flee, to surrender, to kneel, but the Emperor refused, his pride blinding him until the very end. Human ships descended into low orbit, their weapons primed. Their comms carried only one final message. You buried our children. We bury your empire. Then the skies opened. The bombardment was relentless. Towers of obsidian stone shattered. Palaces crumbled into dust. The Emperor's armies, once proud and unyielding, scattered like ash in a storm. When human soldiers marched into the capital, they found the Emperor still seated on his throne, a monument of defiance that crumbled with the palace around him. The kings of the Drakel, who once mocked humanity's name, were no more. The aftermath. When the fires finally dimmed, when the Drakel homeworld lay in ruins, the human fleets did not linger. They left as swiftly as they had come, their silence more terrifying than their war cries could ever have been. The galaxy whispered in dread. Entire empires who once laughed at humanity now hushed their voices when speaking of Earth. Traders spoke of black fleets that moved like storms. Refugees told tales of Drakel cities buried in fire. Children across 100 worlds asked their parents in trembling voices, "Will the humans come for us too?" But Earth did not expand its empire. It did not seize Drakel territory or enslave its survivors. Humanity took nothing. It left only ashes. And in that silence, the galaxy understood the lesson. Humanity's patience is vast, their mercy is deep, but their vengeance is infinite. From that day forward, no king, no emperor, no ruler of the stars dared mock Earth again, for they all remembered the warning carved in fire across the Drakel ruins. Earth's fury buried kings who once mocked our name,